Here I am on the shores of Derwent water in the Lake District getting bitten to death. I don't know if you can see the gnats, but I can certainly feel them and they're driving me crazy. But what I'm trying to do this morning is take advantage of this fantastic morning. You can see the lake looks like glass and it's the ideal weather for canoeing. So what I'm going to do is try and get to the island behind me, which is Rampsholme Island. And if you've seen the 1974 movie Swallows and Amazons, if you watch carefully, after the first couple of opening sequences, you see the credits roll and you see a beautiful view from the north of that lovely island. It's got lovely big pine trees and it looks the proper desert island. Just beyond it, there's another island, which is called, if I look at my map, St Herbert's Island, which is one I've been to before. That's a jungly island as well, and these are both islands you can visit on Derwent water. There's quite a few islands here. There's one with a great big Regency mansion on it, which you can visit 5 times a year. There's another one called Lord's Island, which is reserved as a nature reserve, so I think the National Trust prefer you to avoid that one. But it's a fabulous morning, so I'm going to take the canoe out and you can come with me and see what this island actually looks like close up and personal. I've got my mat, which I don't really need, it's not a far paddle. So I've got the wheels on the paddle because it's a rocky shore. So what I'm going to try and do, I've not actually tried these wheels before, they're quite useful. You can trundle the canoe like a wheelbarrow, so I'm going to trundle it in across the gravel because it'll scratch the canoe, so it's a useful bit of kit. And then I'll see how difficult it is to actually get them off in the water, so keep watching, there might be an accident, and then we'll head for the island. Wow, it's a fantastic morning, it really is. When you're in a canoe, it's great to have no turbulence on the water at all, and that's what it's like this morning. It really is just a sheet of glass, which of course is great for safety, and it's great for speed as well. If you're canoeing anywhere, you can get there far faster on smooth water. So I'm just looking straight at the island now. We're just going to go straight across there. I don't think it's going to take me more than 10 or 15 minutes on this water, it's so smooth. And then we'll cut back across to the promontory just near Lord's Island there. So here's a boat's eye view of the island that we're going to. This island looks absolutely fantastic on the film. It's one of those islands that any kid would just give their high teeth to want to paddle a boat to. So this is one of my ambitions really. Although I've paddled around this lake a little bit, I haven't actually been to this island before, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it. To be honest, from the north side where Keswick is, it really does look as if it hasn't changed very much at all. It looks like I've got a boat coming my way, which is probably not great. There's a passenger launch. I don't know which way it's going to go, so I'm probably going to get a bit of a buffeting here. I hope not. It's one of the Derwent launches that was actually used in the Swallows and Amazons film, or certainly one like it, for Captain Flint's houseboat. So that's what I'm looking at over there. You can probably hear the motor now. It's fortunately heading way to my starboard, but I'll probably catch its wash in a minute. It doesn't take long to get to you. So you'll probably notice a bit of movement in a minute when the wash from the motor launch hits our hull. We are getting to the island slowly, and this lake, I should say, is one of the shallowest lakes in Lakeland. It's an average depth of only 30 feet, which is amazing. A lot of the other lakes are very deep. Coniston's pretty deep, where the Bluebird record was attempted. And Windermere's pretty deep, but this one, when the water level drops, the shallows really start to show. In fact, I can see the beach around Rampsholme Island. It's started to come out of the water a little bit. It's been quite rainy for the past few months, so the water's been quite high here. But now the beaches are starting to show a little bit again, and you can see us approaching the island. The big tall tree on the right must be one of the ones you get to see in the film, and the wash from the launch is just catching us now. You can get a little bit of movement. You can get the idea of that on the camera, I should think. It's rather nice, actually. That's it. A nice little bit of wash effect. It's taken us on a broadside, so you get a nice little bit of sway. That's more or less it. A few more ripples, and we're through the wash. That's why, of course, I don't let boats go too fast on some of these lakes, because you very easily have a small boat over. Here are some of the bigger ripples. Just steady the boat. That's it, they were the biggest ones. Okay, so we'll head for the little spit of gravel that sticks out from the island now. And we're coming right up to the spit where the gravel's just been washed into a bit of a heap here, which is rather nice. There goes the oyster catcher. And another one, a pair of them. Lovely. And just jump out. And here we are on Rampsholme Island, which is very inviting. Pull the boat up just onto the spit. We'll have a look around. It's actually a bigger island than you expect. There's a little campsite. Of course, you're not really supposed to camp on these islands. I think people do, but it's almost too good to not to, in a way. But they are, you need to remember that they are nature reserves, really, and need to be treated with respect. As these are very fragile environments and could be damaged very easily. Imagine one or two people taking a bit of firewood every day, and you'd soon end up with nothing. Wow, look at this massive boulder. It's fantastic. Wow, that's big. That's huge. Put my hand on it and you'll see, look. That is a big old brick. Okay, we're getting to the end of the island and we should get a view up towards Castle Crag, which is, if you've seen Julia Bradbury's programmes, you'll have seen her go up Castle Crag, which is a very nice manageable wainwright. Look at that view. That's Castle Crag right in the middle, and in the foreground, which you might not be able to make out, is a bunch of shallows with cormorants on it. They always seem to be on there. I counted about 20 last night. But that is such a beautiful view. Lovely. Let's go through here. It really is a lovely island. This sort of lovely rocky foreshore with scrub on it. Great hiding place for waterfowl. If we get through here, we should be able to see, I think it's Herbert Island, isn't it, the other one? And there it is. It's a bit pooey down here. You've got the Catbell Ridge going across. Too many branches, I think. There it is. And there's Herbert's Island. Back to the boat. the top of one of the big tall trees on the island. There aren't any trees like this on Wildcat, but certainly this would be a good one, wouldn't it? Look at that. That's a tall tree. That's the one you can see in the film. Here we are back to our spit. I can just see the canoe through there. Definitely worth a visit. Okay, and the water is still fairly calm. We're getting a slight breeze now, so it's time to head home, I think. Okay, well, thanks for coming with me. Hope you've enjoyed it. And if you get the chance, I can recommend a visit to this island. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you the big mansion that's on the other island, Derwent Island. As I say, you can only visit that 5 times a year, which seems a little bit tight to me, but I dare say they have their reasons. But I'll turn the camera around and you can see it for yourselves.